All right. New series. It's called Let's Learn, I think. We'll find out. This is a train circle. It's about as tight as you can get it. And I saw this on another video from someone else. And I really liked it. I love these. I love using them. So I thought what I would do now, and the person that I watched built this like live in the world, and I don't want to have to rebuild this every time I need it, and I need them a lot because I'm going to have lots of trains. And this was kind of a pain to build. This is the Mark II blueprint, so it's the 5x5. That's very important because you're not going to be able to build this if you don't have that, because it's not going to fit. The track doesn't bend that tight. This is super easy to make. Well, it's not. But once you make it, you only got to do this once. So we're going to start here. We're going to put a single block, the 1 meter, right in the middle. Bang. We're done. We're not done. I go to Zoop. We're going to go 2 out in all directions. Nice and easy, nice and quick. Okay, then we're going to delete this one. We're going to build another one, but we're going to add it 45 degrees and let it clip. The way I know it's 45 degrees is each corner of this is in the middle of the clipping block. Does that make sense? If I look at the corners, they're directly in the middle of all the surrounding blocks. So there's your 45. And then we're going to go out 2 in all those directions, letting it clip. That's all right. And then if you want, you can delete the middle one. It's okay. So now we've got this star pattern. And what we need to do, it's going to take some work, but what you want to do is we just want to add one right there. Actually, we need to delete this. It's monkey work in this. But basically what you want to do is you want to take a train track section and pull it off from the middle and get it out so that it's full. And then from there, we can pull it out into the middle of the next block. Now, here's where it gets fun, because the output is going outside of the blueprint station. It won't let me start here now. That's fine. That's why I said there's a lot of rebuild in this, but it's okay. Like I said, once you get this made once, you don't have to do any more of this. And now we've got this issue. So it's just a matter of deleting this and building this. And then we have to do another train section. Then we can add this section, delete this and this. Put this back out, put this here. You kind of have to piece it together. You got to do it in baby steps. And so here we're going to delete this. I'm copying. If you hit middle mouse button, it picks up whatever you're pointing out to make another one of. And then, see, it won't let me do that, but I can start. You poop. You're such a pain. Can't start there. I wish there was a way I could rotate this hologram, because it won't let me. That's fine. Let's try that. Can't go there. Nope. Can't go there. This is where it gets tricky, because it rotates off. Like, why did it start there? What if I hit? Okay. I'm going to start this way. See, See, sometimes you're just going to have to build, delete, build. I just need to come into the half of this so that I can pull out of it and go into this circle. Now I can delete all of this. And I think I can pull off of here. Yep. Come into there, but I'm going to have another issue coming this way and this way. So how did I do this the first time? Let's build this out correctly. If I hit 4, why does it? It's so dumb. Let's go from the middle of there. Fine, we'll just pull all the way out. Let everything clip. Now we can come into here. Now we can go into there. Delete this. Like I said, it takes a minute to figure it out. Oops. But once you do, bang, we got our circle. We got our circle. Now, what I do is, and this is just personal choice, I delete all this, all my blocks, because I don't want extra stuff out there in the verse. And then what I do personally is I come back into foundations, pick the 1 meter, and I put it back in the middle. That way I know where the center of, when I go stamp this down, this is really easy to line up with other locations, because when we look at this, since we've built it up off the ground, there's a giant space. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. There's a 1 meter space underneath all this, and it works just fine. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And so then you would save this however you need to save this and use that as your blueprint. And then when you go stamp it down, so if I need a new one of these, since I've already got a copy, now I just have it. And if I need to line it up with however I need to line it, dead center with this grid, or I want to put it in the middle here, it's very easy to snap this circle to line up with however you have your train tracks going. Very easy to do. Just takes a little bit of monkey work to get that figured out. So that's in under 10 minutes. That's how you build your circle. And you can use this however you want. One thing that I do when you pull off of this, let's clear this. And what I have is on my transportation train floor dual pull-offs. I just went ahead and made a couple of really short pull-offs, but you don't want to pull off too wide. You want to pull off just right. So if you start in the center and you go out 1, 2 ticks, two crosses, and start there, and then do the same thing on the other side, 1, 2 cross, and start there. And you don't have to go very long. So when I stamp this down, let's just stamp it. Well, let's do it better here, Aaron. Let's do it right. We're gonna stamp this down right in a square. And let's say I want a train to pull off this way. The best way to do it is I come out about one full section, and you can play around with this. But the best way is to have these spaced just like this, in my opinion, because you click into it and then it snaps really tight right into the intersection. Builds these really nice. We can do it on the other end. But you see how the center is right along, it's one width of a block. Centers are on the edge, centers are on the edge. And so it comes in real nice. Real nice. And then if you need to, you can just delete these. I don't know how. I've got my tracks are in the middle of the 4 and then the middle of the other 4, so I've got lots of space in the middle. It's just how I built mine. But you can tweak around that with however you want, but it's a real easy to build this pull off. Like I said, you just want to be one full, and you can even do this. If you want to put down a foundation right at the edge and pull out, if you want to do another foundation, put the center of the foundation correctly, not like that. You want the center, you want it all centered up. And then if you want to, you can delete this and this. Don't delete your thing. I can do my train track as the sun's coming down. We can just grab it from the center. Of course, it didn't like that because it's up. We can grab it from the center, put corner to corner. Corner to corner. That's all you got to do. Happy little trees. There you go. Delete that. Delete that. Save this. This is now your new pull-off. Because we know that it's gonna make some really nice, pretty curves. There you go. Train circle. Check out the other video to learn about signaling in all this. If you want to learn, if you got a train coming this way and a train coming this way, you got to build signals. How you going to signal it? You could, if you wanted to, add those signals here if it lets you. Maybe it won't let you. Why won't it let me? Hologram H, build menu. I have to play with that. I wonder, you probably could if I hit 4. Oh, it won't let me because stupidity. Here, let's do this and this. We probably can. Let's start our track. Satisfactory? Why you do that? Why you be weird like that? Let's just go half. And half. And then I want to build the rest of this out temporarily. And now will it let me put a signal in here? It will. Probably it'll let you do it. You probably want to realign this so that your signals, and then you can delete and delete, line up with the arrow. You want to build this so if I were to save this and place it down, the arrow on the blueprint is gonna be like here where you see that white arrow. That's the front of the blueprint. You would want this lined up in such a way that your right hand is facing that way. So let's rebuild this real quick in the dark. It won't take long. I should have been doing this anyway. So the front is gonna be here. So we're gonna hit, 4. Gosh, dang it. It's fine. Just need to get to the middle. And then we can pull out all the way. We'll start here in the middle of this block and go halfway up, and then we're gonna build the rest of it. Now, since this is the front, I would want my arrow to point in the direction of the signal. That's in my brain, that's how I'm gonna do it. Your brain, you do it however you want. So we're gonna signal in, and we're gonna path out, and I'm gonna delete this and this. And I can save this as loop pull-offs with signals, and then blueprint arrow is right side path signal. And then let's put this in the correct spot. We want trains. We're going to add our blueprint. And then I want to select, do I want to select it? Let's just do this. It's fine. You can just signal it however you want. Save the blueprint. We're going to close it. I'm going to delete this. Oops. I'm going to get out of my box. I'm going to delete that. And then we're going to delete this and this. We're going to use that new blueprint. Transportation. Loop pull-offs with signals. And the signal is on the right-hand side. Just like that. See the arrow? The arrow is pointing in the direction of the signal. This is perfect. So let's put it down there, all nice and centered. I've already got my signals built in for my intersection. And all I got to do is path in. I need to push this out a little. It's a little too tight and off center. That's okay. We're learning. We're learning. Pull-offs. There we go. Now it should be ready to go. Bang. And now it's already pre-signaled for the intersection. Build it however you want. I put these out on this map. I just did it. But if I were to do it, I'd probably put these in a little closer. I don't know why. They would work here. They'd work here just fine. Clear out. And then there. You're already pre-signaled, ready to go for a right-hand drive into this intersection. And if I want to do it again, yeah. This is perfect. I could just put this here, turn it around because I have to signal in. We're gonna stamp it down. It's wrong. But it looks like it worked anyway, but it's already pre-signaled. You can tell which what because the signal has this extra little hook on the top left. The path is nice and clean. It doesn't have that hook in the upper left. And it's squared off, right? It's a little more squarish. Whereas this is like a figure 8 kind of look to it. So this intersection, really quick with blueprints, is all set up to do, it's set up to be pathed. It's already done. And I'm going to save this. You can save these to your buttons at the bottom. Leave your mouse over it. Hit the button on your keyboard. I'm going to hit 8. And now, actually, I'm going to hit 0 because I want to replace my pull-offs with my new pull-offs signals. Because when you have an intersection, you have to signal into it anyway. You don't have to. If you want to have train wrecks, knock yourself out. I don't. So I'm just going to build my signals now. There we go. That was longer than I wanted to be, but we did a spontaneous extra build of pull-offs with signals. And I am happy with this. I've learned something. I did something new that I should have done a long time ago. Already signaled up. So there you go. Hope you have fun with it. Very handy. Very handy. You're gonna use a ton of these. Whether you do straight tracks with the tri pull-offs, it does, you know, an intersection, a T section, a giant X section. You don't have to build this circle. I just like the way it looks. I think it functions really well. I don't have to build any kind of other intersection into the universe. You know what I mean? I just stamp it. It's nice and tight. It's ready to go. It's my 2 cents. Enjoy.